Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to today's morning ramble. And today's ramble was inspired by a video that I just created for our Creating the Impossible program. And if you haven't done Creating the Impossible, you can still join us till the end of January. If you happen to be watching this in real time, you can go to creatingtheimpossible.net. We'll try and put a link up in the Instagram and YouTube as well that you can go directly there. But essentially what I was talking about on the video today were the 5 phases of creation and what it is to knowingly create from nothing. And this idea of creating from nothing has been around since biblical times, if not before. The idea that you start with nothing and then you hang out in nothing. You get comfortable in nothing. And you add in a sort of an intention that something will be created from that space of nothing, and then something occurs to you and you muck about with it, you try it, you play with it, you go, "Ooh, I don't like that, and ooh, I like that." And it's like a warmer, colder game where you do more of what is working and less of what is not working. And then you get to a point where it's like, oh, I just need to do stuff. So you do the work, and sometimes there's a lot of work, sometimes there's not. And usually at some point, it kind of takes on a life of its own, and there's kind of a flow that starts to happen, and coincidences start to happen, and you bump into just the right person at the right time if it's that scope of project, or it just suddenly dawns on you, oh, I can use this, and I can do this, and I can do that. And then at some point, you declare completion. You go, ta-da! And now you're done, and you can move on to create the next thing. And anything that gets created, anything from, a paper airplane, which is what I actually created in the video, to a video like this, to a book, to a society, will go through the same phases. It will just involve spending more or less time in each phase. And I think one of the things that I find interesting is how we can stop ourselves in any phase. So we can not have an idea and give up because we don't have an idea, not realizing that not having an idea is where all creation starts. We can have an idea and start mucking about with it and go, well, this doesn't seem to be going anywhere, so there's probably nothing here, not realizing that mucking about is how we get started. That it's rare that you know exactly what to do if you're genuinely creating something new from nothing. We can talk ourselves out of it when we're in the doing the work, because it's like, oh, this is exhausting and I'm overwhelmed, not realizing that it's not doing the work that's overwhelming, it's thinking about doing the work that exhausts us. And like, oh my God, then I'm gonna have to do this, and then I'm gonna have to do this, and then I'm gonna have to do this. And by the time we get to the work, we've already tuckered ourselves out thinking about it. We don't realize that when we move into that kind of finding flow where the project takes on a momentum of its own, where it takes on a life of its own, that's not even an issue. But we can even stop ourselves here because we start chasing the feeling of flow and we lose track of the creation. And then we can stop ourselves before ever declaring completion. We can never get to ta-da because we start getting caught up in how will people judge this, and how will they judge me, and what will they think of this, and no, it's not ready yet, it's not ready yet, it's not ready yet. And we never declare completion. I have a friend who has been writing a book since I met him in 2008. And I was very excited about that for a while and very supportive of that. And then I realized around 2012, oh, I don't know that they're ever going to declare completion. And if you don't declare completion, nothing gets created. So your homework, should you choose to accept it, is to create something from nothing today. So something that does not exist in the world at this moment in time, create it so that by the end of the day, it does. And then I'd love in the comment section below if you share what you created and what you saw along the way. Have fun, learn heaps. If you want to join us for Creating the Impossible, and it's still January 22, go to creatingtheimpossible.net or michaelneill.org, and I'll talk with you soon.